Hello everyone, this is Day Trader Matt with businesswithtrading.com doing a market recap for Tuesday the 4th of April. And today the market's basically opened in line. Tiny gap, but really nothing. The market's opened up, came up, down, chopped around a little bit, and then just started falling. And as I'll show a little bit later on, fell even more. Our first three trades were unsuccessful, and it happens sometimes. You pick your spots, and it's part of the game, part of the business of trading. And what we did, our first trade came in, let's see, right about this area here. Hindsight obviously is 2020, and we were looking at getting long, and then we very small long here, and then we added down here, and we got taken out. Watched the market. It looked like it after it dropped down here, it looked like it was setting up in something, so we got long again. Got taken out of that, and after this area, we got long again here and got taken out of it right here. And we were looking at, the short that we were looking at actually did end up working out. And, you can see this massive drop right here and an even further drop. And this was the area we were looking at. This was the area that I called out in the room looking to cover around here. I mentioned this area, but this was the first area I mentioned, and it actually worked out fairly well. And we did actually recover to end the session, and right now as I'm recording this, actually 12:06 a.m. on the 4th, we're actually trading right here. So that's what we did. We took 4 trades. The last one was successful and made up for the 3 unsuccessful ones that we had earlier. We were basically working with a maximum profit potential of 2.5 points or 10 ticks. Inside the room, the entries and exits that I called out, the level that I had set up on the short, that worked out. Actually, we made 11.5 points or 46 ticks, and we actually this last stop out right here, we actually widened our stop point and got taken out. So that's one thing that I was watching, and because we did validate that level, that we widened the stop out to widen it out an additional point, it's going to change things a little bit. It's going to make the next few days, perhaps a few weeks, very interesting, and even more so than they would have normally been. But it's definitely going to change things a little bit, which is one of the reasons I love this market so much. It's awesome. It's always changing, and you have to bob and weave with the changes. But anyway, 11.5 points or 46 ticks was made. If you round down to 10 points, you're looking at $50 per point. $500 in 2.5 hours. Actually, because this trade lasted a little bit longer, it would have been put on. The trade obviously lasted longer. We actually got taken out of the trade at 210. So that's how long it actually lasted, all the way to 210. And $500, you don't even have to be watching your screen. You put in your orders. Basically, that's the way I do it. outside the room. I put in my orders. It works or it doesn't, and I don't have to sit there and micromanage anything, or put in your order, walk away, and whatever happens happens. So this time it was a positive outcome, which is definitely pretty cool. Uh, so with that said, let's look at the news for tomorrow. Okay, and tomorrow at 8 a.m., Geithner is going to speak, which probably will be interesting to see what he's going to say. Let's click on this, see if it have any notes at all. He's speaking at the Economic Club in Chicago. But anytime he speaks, it's usually something of importance. He doesn't usually just speak to talk. He did that in the beginning and got laughed at by a lot of people, and now for the most part, he tries to choose his speaking engagements more carefully, or what he talks about. At 8:15, we have ADP non-employment change, and we're looking for 205,000 versus 216, which was the prior reading. At 8:30, we do have the ECB press conference, and that's important just because Europe is so closely tied to the U.S. and they have massive amount of problems. So that should be important. 10 o'clock, looking for ISM non-manufacturing PMI, looking for 56.9. Prior reading was 57.3. And then at 10:30, crude oil inventories looking for 2.1 versus 7.1. And at 11 o'clock, FOMC member Williams is going to speak. Let's see if we can get a little bit about what he's talking about. He's speaking at the Planning and Urban Research Business Breakfast in San Francisco. And doesn't really say what he's talking about, but I would think it would be interesting, especially since Geithner's speaking before the market, and then he's speaking right close to lunchtime. So we'll be watching for that. With that said, if you enjoy this video, please click the Twitter, Facebook, and like buttons. Appreciate that in a big way, everyone. Have an awesome night. I'll see you in the markets tomorrow. Thanks.